And now to the story that is shaking up Wall Street, Main Street, and even the big tech world. Social media traders say their chat rooms were disabled by sites like Facebook, and Google reportedly removes negative reviews for Robinhood.
You're not allowed to talk about it. Meanwhile, the GameStop stock scandal is wreaking havoc on the stock market.
But as our next guest warns, taking on the trading game can be risky. Rosecliff Capital CEO Mike Murphy joins us now to break down what you need to know. Mike, obviously this story has had a lot of intricacies and a lot of twists and turns. So what are the big takeaways for you?
Good morning. I think there's so much more to this story, but really it's not for me about the hedge funds, and it's not so much about the brokerage firms like the Robinhood. It's really about the individual people at home who are watching this huge move over the course of the last few weeks and hearing about people who are turning $10,000 into $500,000, and they're now rushing into names like GameStop. And a lot of times that doesn't end well. So I think for the retail investor, I'd rather see them investing and not trying to become traders or day traders. Because if you remember about 20 years ago, that ended with the tech bubble bursting. So I think it's really great to hear some of the stories and hear people making money, but you want people to not end up getting caught holding the bag.
Right. Mike, I think you make a good point. Somebody's going to get caught holding the bag. Somebody will lose money. But don't you think that a little bit undercuts what people understand about the current situation? In other words, many people jumping in understand this is untethered to the actual value of the company, and they're trying to send a message to hedge funds. In other words, it's not just for most of these traders, these retail traders, a get-rich-quick scheme. It's sending a message to Wall Street.
I think maybe it starts that way, but I'd push back a little bit, because when these people are putting the money into their trading accounts, I think that the big messaging goes away, and they're trying to make money. A lot of these pay off student loans or pay off a mortgage or buy a house. So I think it's great to get a message across to Wall Street that the little guy is standing up for himself. But I think that messaging is coming from a different place. I think ultimately the people who are in there and that are really moving the markets are there for the same reason that the Wall Street guys are there, and that's to make money.
Yeah, Mike, we'll see whether or not it's a good financial move. But when you hear that big tech is shutting down these chat rooms in places where, is there anything illegal about having a chat room and talking about what stocks you might want to buy? Why would they shut those down?
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do is just limit their liability from, again, they're in the business of making money. So they want to make sure that nobody's using their platform as a way to, pump up a stock and then maybe potentially have liability for it. But I think, it leads to censorship that's coming in from the big tech companies. And, people are in favor of it, maybe, or some people were when that censorship was aimed at President Trump. But now if it's aimed at a Robinhood or if it's aimed at someone else, they don't like it. I hate the idea of any sort of censorship from big tech. And I'm a big believer in big tech. I'm an owner of big tech. I think they're innovating and they're a great place to invest. But I don't want to see them overstep their boundaries either. Any sort of censorship, I think, from the sites is bad.
All right, Mike, we appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
All right.